Have you ever had your ID check when entering the base or your license check while on base? Who remembers this? That's right, Scope Bar Towers. But more importantly, who remembers who sounded the alarm on morning of Scope Bar Towers to evacuate those personnel before the bomb went off? Has anyone ever wondered why has no one ever tried to steal a nuclear missile from America? I'll tell you why. It's because of the security forces that we have been enlisted in our Air Force today. Hi, my name is Sergeant Tucker, and today I'll be talking to you about the security forces career field and how it functions. Air and space power functions of agile combat support. That's where I actually go into the YouTube spot plan for a little bit. And homeland security, nuclear security with force protection. That's where I actually touch on random anti-terrorism measures. And we'll briefly get on a little bit about the way that we protect the president when he comes to base. Although all these things are important, let's start out with security forces career field and how it functions. Give a little background on where we came from. We started out as military police in 1942 to 1948, switched over to air police 1948 to 1966, and went to security police in 1966 till 1997. At that point, they had security side and they had law enforcement side, but it didn't call for the security that we needed in the days today. So we merged together to join as security forces in 1997, and that's what we've been ever since. Security forces encompasses base security and air-based ground defense. Security forces creed. I'm a security forces member. I hold allegiance to my country, devotion to duty, and personal integrity above all. I wear my shield of authority with dignity and restraint, and promote by example high standards of conduct, appearance, courtesy, and performance. I seek no favor because of my position. I perform my duties in a firm, courteous, and impartial manner, irrespective of a person's color, race, religion, national origin, or sex. I strive to merit the respect of my fellow airmen and all whom I come in contact with. I like to go back and read one other part of that. I perform my duties in a firm, courteous, impartial manner, irrespective of a person's color, race, religion, national origin, or sex. To that, we can also add rank. In some jobs, you have to worry about, well, I can't tell this colonel not to do this because I might get in trouble. Well, in the security forces career field, we don't have that problem. Whenever you're acting in your official duties, rank has no say-so. I'd like to go into the three functions. Base, your gates, your patrols, and your security. What we like to call the work police, as myself. Support, which is going to be your OSI or your local agencies. Those also include FBI and other agencies that we may use from off base to help us with tasks that we have on base. Administration. Administration is going to be what we like to call your paper pushers or your office workers, your commander, your manpower, and your training. And remember, without good training, you can't fight well on the battlefield. Now that you know a bit about the security forces career field and how it functions, let's talk about how it relates to airspace and power functions while dealing with agile combat support. Agile combat support, defense in depth. The reason why every base has defense in depth is because it's a way of catching intruders before they get to the resource. You have your outer perimeter, you have your inner perimeter, and then you'll have your resource. So, whenever you approach the gate, that's your first line. Once you pass the gate, and you have to go past the security forces that are on duty, that are driving around doing their law enforcement, after that, you'll proceed through, you get to the building that you work in. Once you get to the building that you work in, if it has a resource, then you'll see me standing at the front door guarding it. After you provide me with the information that I need, then I'll let you through. Next thing, you'll go back to the back room to where you work at, to your office. You have to swipe, do your fingerprint, or you can put in your PIN code. Then finally you get through. Yeah, that's defense in depth. Now that you understand how security forces relates to air and space power functions that deal with agile combat support, let's expound on my final point of nuclear and homeland security with force protection. Nuclear and homeland security with force protection. Wing mission statement. Provide freedom and combat capability across the spectrum of conflict. Wing vision statement. Ready to fight anytime, anywhere. These statements here all encompass when we do joint exercise. Ready to fight anytime, anywhere. That means that whenever we have a war or something going on, and we have to use our nuclear weapons, or we have to do joint exercises using our nuclear weapons to show the force, then we may be working along with the Navy, the Marines, or also off-base agencies such as FBI or the local sheriff's department. Force protection. Force protection is used with launch facilities that we have when we do random anti-terrorism measures. By random anti-terrorism measures, that means that at any point in time, you may see us run a check on them, or you may see us do overhead security on them. Surveillance in the area. That way, we keep down those little attacks from the terrorists and everyone else that thinks that they may be able to just walk in and take something. Won't happen. Trust me. Homeland Security. We file Homeland Security for the President's aircraft. This is one of the number one resources whenever it lands at a base. So, we'll set up our defense in depth, and that's how we do it. I just covered nuclear homeland security and force protection. So, let's do a quick recap. Today I discussed with you the security forces career field and how it functions, how it relates to air and space power functions of agile support. That's where we went over the U2. And lastly but not least, nuclear and homeland security with force protection. Hope you enjoyed, and remember, security forces are here to protect and serve.